Okay, everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna fix something very fast just in case I did make a mistake. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay. There we go, and I think I'm all better off. Let me double check this. Okay. Streamlabs started a whole nother stream instead of doing the stream I wanted to, so I was like, uh-oh, better fix it up real fast. Okay. We are all good to go. Hey, everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. The market today was... It was pretty good. I mean, the stock market was fine. Bitcoin was more just meh, but we did see a little bit of a profit off of what we were talking about yesterday, so we'll go over that here in a few minutes. Hey, Nicholas, hope you're doing very, very well here. Some of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about before we actually start going into some of the technical analysis here, then just kind of chilling since it's a Friday. You know, just a few minutes ago, I learned I've been in traffic for the last few hours. I bought a whole bunch of new cigars here, about I think like 8 new cigars, so I was busy for a little bit. But one of the things I learned today is that Janet Yellen just pushed back the X date for when the US is going to default. Instead of defaulting at the 1st, which she said it's going to be June 1st, it's going to be June 1st, it's going to be June 1st. Even yesterday, it's going to be June 1st. Now all of a sudden it's June 5th because negotiators don't have enough time. So, you know, I'm curious to see how far they can push this back, because technically we still are going to run out of money eventually. It's not like we can keep on putting money into those accounts here. So I'm gonna be watching it very closely. And hey, hold your pause. Hope you're doing very, very well, man. I'm doing pretty well. I hope you're doing well over there in Europe. Today I pretty much did some trading in the morning. Took the rest of the day kind of off of like YouTube work in general. I went outside with Loki for a few hours, played with him. He got tired. We came back inside. Went to help my mom at an appointment. Then I went down to a place about an hour south of here to get some new cigars. Normally it's like a half an hour, but there was like crazy traffic, so it took like an hour. I bought a whole bunch of new cigars here. I don't know if I can show you guys these very fast. Pop open the humidifier, or the humidor, whatever you call it. I got it one that's, oh, that smells so good. A My Father one right here. What is this? A Garcia, My Father. Le Bourgeois, I can't pronounce that. A lot of stuff in here I can't pronounce. I got a an Arturo Fuente one like this. Oh, you probably can't even see this. Got one like this. I got another My Father here, a little bit different. La Opulencia, the opulent. I got another. This is another My Father one here because I'm a big fan of the My Father cigars. And then there's one. Superfly. Never had this one before, but I asked the store owner, just, you know, pick me one that you think is going to be good and try out. He chose Superfly, so I'm going to be trying this one out here pretty soon as well. And then there's this one that's an anniversary edition called Tuxtla. I don't know. I asked some random guy in there what he thinks I should be buying, and he says get this one, but don't fall in love because it's an anniversary edition, and they don't keep pumping them out. But I can see that the bottom of the cigar is actually wrapped here, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, I spent a little bit of money on cigars today. I guess I got some more in there too, but it was a pretty good day. As far as the news and stuff like that, I only really have heard some stuff about AI. The market had a really good day today. Let's go over some technicals here. And Germany is in recession, US printing dollars. I'm wondering what's going to happen. We're kind of building ourselves up into a bubble right now, in my opinion. I think this is absolutely just crazy here. This is what I was trying to show you guys, the view here, so you guys could see my little box of cigars. But let me go back over here to display. Yeah, so I think right now we're kind of building ourselves into a bubble as far as the tech sector is going. You know, it's very, very weird. We're probably going to have something resemblance of the 2000 tech bubble bursting. However, you know, when you look at a lot of other companies out there, they're not necessarily doing as good as tech is doing because everybody is doing AI. Do you guys remember, and hey man, I just hope you're doing well. Do you guys remember when we had a metaverse season within the altcoin season where all of a sudden the metaverse tokens were just going up and up and up and up and up, and then they eventually crashed back down to where the rest of the market was? I think we're looking at something like that. So we're just going to leave Bitcoin alone very fast, but I want to come over here to the S&P 500 map. And what you guys can see right here is a lot of technology, very, very, very green. Amazon green, Tesla green, right? But if we go over here and we look at Microsoft, you guys will see This thing has been pumping up like crazy here. Let me even zoom in a little bit so we can see it. Let's go 175. There we go. Oh, no, that's a little bit too much because they got all these ads. My ad blocker doesn't work on this. What the heck? My ad blocker doesn't work. That is so sad. Oh, always. Or maybe they have a rule here about it. Okay, there we go. No more ads. Oh, gosh, that's scary. Okay, but, you know, everything's been going very, very well for Microsoft. But if we get over here into, like, random companies, like, I don't even know, PG, Procter & Gamble, you know, it hasn't been nearly as lovey-dovey. Now, we are at a support level, so maybe we can have a bounce there. That'd be nice, right? But when we go out here to some of these other companies, you can see that, you know, this company has a, what is it, $239 billion market cap. Not everything is rosy in the economy. I think we're just all focused on tech, and rightfully so for us because we're kind of crypto happy over here. But you got real estate making a small little comeback, but still, it's not like it's been booming up and booming up. This is a Equinix. I don't really trade them too much, but I have been hearing them in the news a little bit more. You got oil that's been going sideways and down. I don't even know what else is down here. Visa's probably doing okay at this point in time. But yeah, see, it's scoring steady, but it's not like breaking out and stuff like that. The rest of the economy is kind of not, nobody's really buying into it as much. People are going trigger happy with technology, and eventually that bubble is going to burst. But, you know, there are different viewpoints here. Are we at the beginning of a bubble? Are we in the midpoint of a bubble? Or are we already close to the explosion of the bubble? I would say maybe we're in the middle of a bubble, but there's still more room for that bubble to kind of burst, to grow, excuse me. And you know, they just keep on putting more money into it. And of course, we have the debt ceiling crisis going on right now. But nobody nobody that's trading right now believes the debt crisis, the debt ceiling is going to be breached, that we're going to give up on our debt or stuff like that, or default on our debt, excuse me. It just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. In fact, what I was just saying a few seconds ago was today Janet Yellen just pushed back the date. They've been saying for months now that it's June 1st, June 1st, June 1st. Now all of a sudden it's June 5th. So they just changed it just like that. Now, that still makes me worry because it basically means when America runs out of money. But, you know, I feel that it's weird that they can just change it so much like that. Like what's happened in the last day or two that's caused them to say go from the 1st to the 5th here. They must not be looking to spend money, or they must be holding back on spending money just to kind of buy some more time. It's going to be weird. Oh, and the last thing I did today, no, I did this yesterday. I did officially buy the hotel rooms and the flight tickets to Las Vegas for me and my mother. I'm going to be in Las Vegas July 23rd to the 27th. So 3 days, 2 nights, a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So my mom doesn't miss dialysis because she has to be there for Thursday and Saturday, which are like the coolest days to be in Vegas, right? Yeah, the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th are the days we're going to be in Las Vegas. So I will not be streaming those days. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, but it's like a month and a half away, so we got plenty of time here. But that trip is all booked up. I got to do some reservation stuff. I got to get a private car to pick us up, and I got to do some smaller stuff. But the overall trip is ready to go. Oh, and hey, Justin, happy to see you back, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. What is Hong Kong and crypto? I thought that was actually really good news about China kind of opening it up just a little bit. Now, it is Hong Kong, so they have a little bit different jurisdiction than China, but I think they're testing it out, and they're looking for a way to use cryptocurrency and the blockchain technology to create, you know, businesses, you know, GDP, stuff like that. But I think they're still looking for a way to control it. And if you think about it, cryptocurrency isn't really something that's easy for a government to control. It's really there to make sure that the government can't control it. So I'm assuming down the road you're going to have some type of large Japanese bank that's going to run a large, a large Chinese bank is going to run a large Chinese crypto exchange, and it's all going to be in-house. And so I think they're going to have their own system of, you know, like their own, like they have their own version of Amazon, their own version of Microsoft and stuff like that, own version of, you know, Google. They're going to have their own version of Binance. They're going to have their own version of Fairdesk, BitGate, whatever. They're going to have their own versions of it. And I don't think they're going to be able to move that cryptocurrency out of the country. So I'm waiting to see how they control it, because basically, you know, they don't want their criminals to launder money with it, or they just don't want the rich to buy a bunch of Bitcoin transferred out of the country and not have to pay all those massive bank fees, or they don't want the money to leave the country. There's a few different reasons for it. But I do think it's a good first step. It's a long way for China to get accustomed to it, because they just aren't going to have as much control as they would like. And Viva Las Vegas, guys, I'm excited. The Aria is a beautiful, beautiful hotel. I love it a lot. I got everything ready. We're gonna go to we're gonna get a scooter for my mom so she can scooter around the whole place. It's only 128 bucks for 3 days, I think it is. But they drop it off at the hotel and they pick it up for you. It is so nice to not have to actually go somewhere to pick up a scooter. And then we're getting picked up in a sedan or an Escalade, which is gonna be pretty fun from the airport. So I'm gonna give my mom a nice little trip to Vegas. I normally don't go that fancy myself. I don't get like, you know, private cars. Maybe I take an Uber Black or something. But you know, they get complimentary champagne in the vehicle when you're waiting, you know, while they're driving it, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so it'll be a very fun trip. I'm excited to go. I haven't been on vacation or, you know, out of the state since I think March. I was just talking to my neighbors and they just got back from Japan and they said it was a blast over there. My sister's going over to South Korea on Sunday, so she's gonna have a blast over there. So should be a few good months of, you know, some happy travels and stuff like that. I've been telling you guys for a while, ever since I started this channel, kind of during the COVID times. I love to travel, but COVID really made it hard. So now that COVID's pretty much over and it's been over for a while now, I'm more inclined to just go, hey, let's go out here, let's go spend some money there, let's go spend some money there. Because Vegas is going to be a little bit expensive, but it's only because, you know, a private car from the airport to the hotel is $155 for the Escalade, but that includes the return trip when you guys are ready to go back. First class tickets to Vegas are a little bit more pricey than your economy tickets, right? So the little things there, but I don't think I'm too concerned with that type of price stuff. Really, it's basically how much do I lose gambling, how much do I lose drinking. That's really where the budget seems to go up a little bit higher in Las Vegas for sure. It's really just how much I gamble away and how much I what do you call it? Let me put my keys over here. Gambling and drinking, because each drink I usually get in Las Vegas is anywhere between like 20 and 35 bucks for the drink. Scotches, nicer alcohols are usually about, you know, 35 bucks to 50 bucks is what I normally grab, so it's a little bit more expensive than I would pay for here, but it's also very, you know, they upcharge you a lot over there, or they make it expensive. And then I'm gonna smoke some cigars over there, take my mom to gamble. I'm giving my mom a gambling budget, so she's gonna have a few $100 a day to gamble and play slots and do whatever she wants with it. Gonna go to the pool for a little bit there throughout the day. We're gonna buy my mom a sun hat so she doesn't get baked alive, because it is gonna be Vegas in July, which is pretty toasty. So, you know, a lot of fun stuff is prepared there. It'll be nice. You always gotta use some of the money you make in trading. Normally I just hoard it and save it for buying a nice house down the road so I can buy it in cash. Be one of those weirdos that buys a house in cash. But you know, it's nice to be able to spend your money and go out a little bit more. And thanks, Justin. Things are going great so far. It's been only thing I wish is it wasn't so hot. It was in the 80s today, and I was dying, just dying. I also bought my ticket today to return home after 3 years in Africa. I am returning to Quebec. Ooh, congrats, man. That's gonna be a fun trip right there. Make sure to get the most out of it. Can the background music be turned down and not off? Really distracting. Thank you. Hey, Shane, I can turn it down just a little bit for you right there. You do any TA or anything on this stream? Let's see. Yeah, Justin, if you want me to look at something, I can be happy to do that. Oh, Jesus, why? Sometimes I just forget how these two different camera angles look. The one thing before we get started here, there was two things I wanted to tell you guys. First thing here, so I did a trade for you guys last night if you guys were watching, and my thought process here was that, I think we're looking at the 4-hour chart. I bought over here, and this is 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 to 6, so 9 o'clock, so somewhere over here. Somewhere in this 4-hour candle, I was explaining how I wanted to see a dip and rip that might happen somewhere in the morning. It didn't go the way I entirely planned. You guys remember I had a price target of, what was it? I think it was 26,900 or something like that. It did get up there, but I changed it a little bit early this morning to 26,800, so I sold right there. So I did lose about $100 on that trade. I made money, but you know I didn't make as much money because I was like, eh. But basically, we didn't do a dip and rip. We kind of had this dip consolidation. Then we had that next leg up that did break through the 20 here on the 4-hour chart. We did not break out of the 50 here. I'm hopeful that we can do this sometime this weekend. At this point, we are looking at a very mild uptrend here. Hopefully, we don't break down. If we do, I'm thinking we're most likely just going to go back down sideways, maybe come back down to the low 26,000s or so. But we still are managing on the weekly chart to hold, barely, this 200 weekly moving average. Next week it may be a little bit more tricky because we are looking at the 20-week moving average here, and we are in a consistent downtrend. We have not been able to get out of that. Hopefully, I think we may be looking at a bottom that can cause us to reverse, as long as we don't have any more debt ceiling crisis stuff, because whenever they get a deal done, you know, for the debt ceiling, they have to actually write the law, which is going to take some time. Then there's a 72-hour period where they have to read the law so all of us in the world can actually see what our elected officials are voting on, because you know how they toss in a whole bunch of dirty shit at the end. And then after that, it gets voted on in the House. Then it has to be voted on in the Senate. What if the Senate doesn't like it? What if the House doesn't like it? You know? And then it has to be sent to the president, and I'm sure the president will sign it, because he doesn't want to be the president to, you know, one of the few presidents that had the default happen and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic week next week, but we still haven't broken down below that 200 weekly moving average. As far as this morning went, am I up here somewhere? Okay, there we go. So I lost those 2 trades a while ago when I was streaming because I closed them early. In hindsight, I probably should have just left them on and not paid attention to them because I was streaming. That one was bought at 25,952. That's like when we saw that big breakdown that was happening a while ago with that large move down here, 25,000, yeah, right over here. I should have just held on to them for a while, but I was a little bit more hesitant against it because I was streaming and I don't like to trade while I stream too much. I like to just place it and forget about it. I was kind of dumb for doing that, but I did today have another good trades here. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good trades there. So far you guys are all still making some good money, so that's good. I know some of you guys just signed up, and one of you guys was I think it was Discount Killer, was messaging me in the Discord about it, so I'm happy everything's working out there. Whoever this guy is, though, they've been making the most money so far. They're up $1,228 in the last 66 days, which is, I guess, is pretty good. Anybody else? I mean, we got some 300s here, 200s. It basically depends on what your leverage you choose is when you copy me and how much money you want to put down. Like this person's only made $3 in the last 22 days. But you can see how the trading volume is only $54. So they might have just put $20 down or something like that to follow me, and I don't care. But you can see like this person, 14,387. This person has more money down, 160 something thousand right here, or 16,000. Kind of depends on how they're trading here and what leverages they're using. This person probably has a lower leverage than this one, but if they have a lower leverage, that means they're not going to get liquidated as fast as this person is. So there's a whole bunch of risk here, and I think that's what happens is like you go down here and you see everybody's making money. This person's been following me for 14 days, no money. I'm probably going to remove people like this that don't actually have any money in their account, because that means they're not eligible to follow me, really. So I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much now. But for the people that see, this is only a day, so I don't know if they actually, like, if they've just followed me today or they followed me a while ago, you know. But I want to make sure people, like, eventually I think this thing fills up from 25 to 60. I want to make sure that people that actually want to make money or lose money with me are able to follow me here. But what I'm learning here is I'm talking to people that also do copy trading here. There are people on Fairdesk that have good rates, like expert student class. This guy, he's made 65 trades, won every single one of his trades. He hasn't lost a trade yet. Right? Let's go to followers. This is like, I guess, one of the gold standards here. Everybody's making money, a little bit of money, a lot of money. It's still good. He doesn't do as many trades, I would say, so but still good, right? So very good in my opinion, very good. But you have people like King King, I don't know. He has very good days and he has very bad days. Same with Crypto Mason. But you can see how it's like 131 days following those people lost some money. It really depends on if your positions get liquidated while you follow him. Because this guy may be doing 25x, 25x, 25x. It's easy to get liquidated at 25x. But if you have a 50x, you can be liquidated there as well, even faster. If you have a 5x, you're not going to be liquidated, which is one of the reasons I stick to 10x trades. And so far, I've moved up the amount of money I trade from $50 to $100. However, you guys can choose whatever leverage you guys want to use and how much money you want to follow me. I encourage that, actually. That way, you guys figure out what's in your what do you call it? You know, what you feel comfortable with. Because, you know, like Crypto Mason, this guy has a 100% win rate for last 7 days, 70% for the last 3 weeks. But I remember, like, his people probably lost a lot of money because he does some really, like, he has, like, good trade, good trade, good trade, really, 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 really bad trade, good trade, good trade, good trade, really, 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 really bad trade. Maybe I can show you guys an example of this because this is actually wild. Can I do this? Okay. 345, 222, 285, down negative 880, 92 down negative 22, 80, smaller ones right here, right? But then we come back down 4,000, up 1,500, up 1,200, up by 147, down 761. You know, so it gets weirded out and makes it hard for people to make money. That's why you see all these people losing money for holding for the last 48 days. Yeah, and look at he's 154 trades. He's lost only 10 trades, but because those lost trades were so bad, it really changes up everything. That's why when you see my trades over here, let me see if I can go right here. Oh, premium. I'm not a premium trader. Load 7-day profit. Okay, there we go. When you see my trades when I lose, and I do lose, right? You can see my wins are 14, 14, 15, 15, 15, 17, 18, whatever. But my losses are 1.3. If you go over here, 6, 6, down 5, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 9. It balances out a little bit more, if that makes sense. You don't really want to have a big loss that all of a sudden is like, you don't want to see out down 200 when you're just seeing, you know, up 2, up 3, up 5, up 10, up 14, whatever. You want to have that ratio in there. But you guys know me, I'm a cautious investor. Stop losses are my lifeblood when it comes to not freaking out. But yeah, so as far as Bitcoin right now, still in this consolidation phase, but we are trying to make a run at a little bit of a higher level here. I'm hoping that we can just try to break out above 27,500 sometime over the next week. If we can just do that, I'd be very, very excited. At this point, if you guys are looking to buy, really your buying zone is kind of around that 200 weekly moving average, which is right around here. Or you could try to buy, you know, within $1,000 or 500 bucks of it. I wouldn't go too heavy on the leverages, to be honest, and your stop loss is probably around, I think I was using yesterday, 25,800, which is a little bit below this, but I would still think it's a reasonable level. If we do have a significant dip, I might try to buy along the 20-week moving average. But that'll be a smaller trade for sure, because that could be a little bit risky there, especially with all the news that's going to be coming along next week, of course. Okay. But yeah, if you have a coin you want me to talk about, feel free. This is a pretty chill day. And hey, Larry, how many stock names are you invested in, and do you have particular ones you have high stake in? So like my retirement account, like the Roth IRAs and stuff, I'm invested in a whole bunch of different things. Usually those are like, you know, just put a little bit of money in there, you kind of let it grow over time. Those are usually stocks that have a little bit of dividend in them. Usually I'm pretty heavy tech in my portfolios. For stuff that's more moderate, I try to go with oil because it has some larger fluctuations, but they also have good dividends for oil. You know, Walmart, the Targets, the shops, I normally like to get a little bit into the retail, but not too much. I usually try to buy them in bad times and then just kind of hold on. So like I bought a lot of Target and Walmart during COVID, and then I still haven't sold it to this day. Tech, I take more proactive trading into it, which is why I'm no longer holding Nvidia, besides like a small 5% of what I had before in it. But yeah, I guess I have a lot of stuff. Most of it, you know, the Apples, the Google, stuff like that. Then when I want to get into real estate or banking, I don't necessarily own banks. I usually own ETFs because it's just a little bit easier for me not to have to worry about them. And ETFs have decent growth. I don't really have a financial advisor, so I kind of do it all by myself. So I try to make it a little bit easier by just getting some ETFs that have some decent dividends. And they're usually things that have gone up in the past quite a bit. You don't necessarily want high dividend ETFs that are going down, or you know, you usually want some dividend, medium or low dividend ETFs that are going up for a long period of time. Maybe they're just tracking the S&P, maybe they're just a typical Vanguard or you know, something like that, but they usually do pretty well, in my opinion. And Justin, great job with the Matic play right there. Can I have your opinion on Tesla? I have been buying inverse Tesla, which is the probability of closing the gap around 145 on Tesla. Yeah, hold on one second. Justin, MMAT here. Let me go over here. It's not a crypto. Okay. Meta Materials. Okay, then this, then Tesla. Okay. So this is a penny stock. It's going to be a little bit risky, of course. It's had a little bit of a rebound the last few weeks, kind of found a short-term bottom. Has a gap to fill around 35 cents. That's probably what you're looking for. Now, what have we been looking at so far here? Hit that one level, which is where I normally would sell. You're in another consolidation phase, it looks like. You know, what I might do is I might dollar cost average into this a few dollars every, you know, every day. And then as long as it doesn't break down below 19 cents or about 20 cents, excuse me, I would look to sell it just around 30 cents to about 35 cents. I would try to like take a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, but I'd be more than happy to sell off a little bit earlier before the gap closes. To me, this looks like it has a little bit longer of a time period before it'll make that big pop. And it looks like it actually may pop off sometime next month and not at the end of this month. Maybe sometime in the second week of June. You're going to have to let this consolidate a little bit more time, wait for that 50-day moving average to come down. Then you're going to look for that big pop there. But this thing has been under pressure for a while here, so I would definitely dollar cost average into it, because normally, as you can see, it just kind of comes down, down, down. We had a split, looks like back in July. We haven't had another split since then. I would just make sure there's no other news happening with offerings or stuff like that. Sometimes an offering can be very bad news and things of that nature, so I would just say caution with it. Now, as far as Tesla's concerned, had a very robust day today. I think we were talking about on the S&P 500 map, right? No. There you go. There you go. Very, very nice. 4.5% day. 4.72. It looks like. Let's get all this stuff off of here. Oh, what am I looking at? There we go. Now, we're right there. We got rejected off of that resistance level. Of course, we have an opportunity to break out of it, but at this point, Tesla's not really looking for a breakdown for a little bit of time here. I was looking at this a little bit earlier today. Right? You can kind of see some of these lines here. We're consolidating, hoping to kind of move up a little bit higher here, but there is a good chance next week that Tesla breaks out and it probably tries to go to $210 or so. I'd be watching that very closely. What is it? Oh, see me 207, not 210, 207. And then you have this area up here. This is, yeah, that's the 212. Up here is the 217. So you have a few layers after that. I was trying to find a good level here a while ago to try to get a little bit more interested in it. And you can see we hit that one level right there. And so far, that next big move is right around here, around 211. If you are going to buy along into this, that's what I would try. Now, if there is no deal and things get a little bit more choppy after just an amazing week in the market here, the downward side of Tesla, since you're trading some of the inverses here, you'd want to see this rejection hold firm, and you'd want to see this get pushed back down here towards 186, maybe 188 by the time it comes to hit it. Let's go over here to the 1 hour chart. See, this isn't the right spot. This is why I want to go to different charts. Don't worry, we haven't broken out. Let's see. There we go. All right. You'd want to see us come back down here, then have the breakdown. Then you could be a little bit more bullish as far as how much Tesla's going to be coming back down. If Tesla decides to break down below this, I would assume we're going to come back at least down to 178, if not come back down here to 172, kind of somewhere in this general area right here. And that's where I'd look to start accumulating some more. And you can see this is kind of right off there, off of that support level. So you might even see it at that time be something more along the high point of this, around 177 or so. Because Tesla likes to be pretty volatile. This thing can move down really fast, as you guys can see, but it can also move up really fast when it wants to, which is why Tesla gets traded by everybody these days, because it just has some very, very wild moves going on. Excuse me. There we go. Okay, 15. Back over here. Relax a little bit. Oh, do I not have my indicators? Let's go with I'll go oscillator. I just want to oscillate on the bottom of it here for now. There you go. Okay. What's the probability of it closing the gap around 145? Oh, let me make sure I talk about that here. 145. Ah, there we go. Okay, test the barracks one. Cheers. Knew I had a typo in there. I don't see 145 here on Tesla. I'm guessing you're talking about the regular price of Tesla. And coming back down here towards 145. I would say in a recession, most likely going to come back down there. But right now, we still haven't had that slowing effect that we're looking for as far as the economy. We have those big warning signs such as... Why is my head like this? Sorry, guys. I'm just going to move this over a little bit. I feel like I accidentally hit my camera or something, and it's just messing it up a little bit more. We have Germany going into recession, things not looking as positive in Europe, and things obviously not looking as great here. But the market is still pricing in some gains. And you have to remember, the market is pricing in rate cuts this year. I don't know how. I think with how much everything has gone up, I do believe we are looking at another rate hike here. But right now, if we get back down to 145, then we would have to be just looking at some more bad news, inflation kind of staying sticky and things of that nature. I think we'll come back down there. So if you're looking for a longer term kind of hold opportunity, or long, like, you know, trying to buy a bigger dip, I would love to have a lemon order down there. You don't have to worry about that too much for now. Right now, Tesla on the weekly chart, this is what you're kind of paying attention to. Right there, we're at that high point. Maybe if we don't have that breakout that we talked about, then you start worrying about Tesla coming back down just a little bit here. But really, all that it would take to pump up this week next week, excuse me, would most likely just being a deal being struck by Congress. And then after that, we come into contact with the 50-week moving average up here, and then we probably get knocked back down after we get hit here and kind of here areas. Most likely what's going to happen here, or maybe even you can just say here and here. Then we start coming back down again, consolidate a little bit more, and then really depends on how much further we come down, but still looking fairly good for Tesla. Remember, guys, we haven't had that death cross here. Okay, there we go. We haven't had that death cross here like so many other different stocks out there. We've only had the 20 come down, and since then, sure, we've come down technically, but the 50 hasn't come back down below the 200 because we've just kind of parabolic here as far as Tesla's been concerned. You go over here and Monica, you look at some of these other moving averages, right? Getting closer and why does it keep doing that? Okay, there we go. I feel like I'm clicking something on the wrong. Death cross right here for Google. Not happening yet. We're having a golden cross here. You can see the golden cross happen right there. It's a big pop. Still going up a little bit more. But we haven't had that crossover yet. Nvidia, haha, not going to happen anytime soon. Microsoft, not going to happen right now. Meta already happened. This is one of the reasons I decided to buy a lot of it. Avgo, not going to happen anytime soon. Bank of America. Well, banks are actually having their own crisis, so we shouldn't pop those in with everything else. But other stuff like, you know, Lowe's and things like that, they're still looking fairly good at this point, really. So maybe Netflix had it. Yeah, Netflix had it because it had a really big bombshell here, but it's been climbing back up ever since. And I think recently they just did their, like, you know, if you share your account, you have to now pay for the account or something like that. But well, we're, in my opinion, already in another bubble here, Monica, so I'm kind of just waiting for it to crash. But the consumer is still relatively strong, and it looks like Jerome Powell is going to be forced, or maybe he wants to, I don't know. He's going to be doing another rate hike here because the economy isn't slowing down, and the job market isn't slowing down. Remember, he's doing all this to slow down the job market, and the job market's not slowing down. People are still getting hired. Even if they get fired, they get rehired somewhere else. The market's still good. And everybody that got laid off over the past few months from tech companies, they're still on severance pay right now. So they're still getting paid and living at home, you know, with half their salary, 3/4 of their salary, full salary, whatever. They're still doing just fine at this moment in time. Only thing is, remember, there is a high credit usage right now, so people are putting a lot more money on credit cards than ever before. So they may be just overspending a little bit, but hey, you know, I think people got used to putting a lot of stuff on credit cards back because of COVID. People really just says, hey, I'll put it on credit card, I'll worry about it later on. Maybe I'll get a stimulus check or something. And hey, Tony, hope you're doing very, very well. I'm doing really, really well. It's been a long day gathering new cigars. Yesterday I booked all the stuff for Vegas and Santa Aria. I'm in pretty good mood today, pretty good mood. And I did some day trades for everybody. I don't know if I'm going to be doing many trades over the weekend here, guys, because I'm going to try to take it easy. But if I see something, I'll try to take it. So far, out of the 25, I think there's only like 24 people that really, like, so like maybe 22 people that actually have money with me. How do I do this? How do I do this? Right here. I don't know where I am. Well, the people that follow me, they've made like $2,000 this week, which I think is a really cool thing. Let me get a fair desk very fast. That's not me. There we go. Okay. But yeah, things are working out pretty well. Let's go right here. And hey, Shannon, dumb question, newbie here. Why so many decimals? I think that's what I see the numbers. So confusing, or at least to me. Decimals for what, I would say, because I don't know what when you ask the question exactly. If you're talking about the right side of my screen right here, I could zoom in a little bit. Sometimes I just want to see what the actual cents are, I guess, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about here. There are times, if you don't want to see the decimals, that you can go over here and you can right click, go over to settings, and you should be able to go over here to scales, and where is it at? Appearance. There's a way to change it. I haven't had to do it in a while, but there's a way to change it. Right click this, move scale left, no. Where is it? There's a way to actually change the actual decimals that you see, and I don't know why I'm not finding it here. It's like a drop down. Always visible stack, date format, some plus price, appearance, 40, trading, positions. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it, but you can turn down some of the decimals if you don't like them. Let me go down to make sure. But yeah, let me know what you mean by the decimals, and I'd be happy to answer your question, Shannon. I'm just like totally blanking out what maybe you mean as far as decimals, maybe on this, or maybe there were decimals on this or something like that you were looking at. Let me know. Oh, and hey, Wilder, hope you're doing very well to yourself. Just got done shooting a documentary the past 2 weeks. Glad to be back on the live streams. Oh, and thanks for the solid trades recently. Dude, no worries, of course. I do like the copy trading so far. It has been very, very good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, for real. It's been really nice. I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to like it because I get stressed out trading with other people's money on the line. And after some kind of hiccups at the beginning where I was just kind of over anxious, it's been good. And once I got kind of got steady along it. You are a financial advisor? Yeah, I know people will often say that. Just don't sue me for my advice, I guess you would say, right? And hey, Tyrone King, how can I make some money? I guess it really all depends on how you want to make money. There are all different ways you can do it. I normally like to just day trade or swing trade, mostly day trading this cycle. If you're new to trading and you don't have any idea what's going on, usually I would say you can do copy trading by following somebody on a Fairdesk or a BitKit or Binance, wherever. Or if you're looking to more, wealth generation, you can be buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and other tokens and coins for long-term holds and putting little bits into it every week. That's usually the best way to do it. You could also buy, instead of cryptocurrencies, you can kind of go into the ETF markets if you don't know what stocks to buy. And you'd probably want to read some books and watch some YouTube videos about it. I have a video that's like how to be rich or something during the recession. I'd watch that one. That goes over some ETFs and how to buy certain stocks that you may be looking for. It kind of uses some of the Warren Buffett methods of buying stocks that have good cash flows, dividends, and things of that nature. See. Oh, and hey, one Tony, happy to see you back too. I'm in the building. What do you call it? Token. What's your thoughts? I don't know what that one is. Let me go over here very fast. Daily. Nice consolidation, a little bit of a pop about a week ago. Found a little bit of a bottom here. Kind of a while before you're looking for a really big breakout. But in the meantime here, I might just wait for the smaller breakout to occur. If you're looking to buy and, let's see right here. You could always try to trade some of these smaller breakdowns that you see. So there was a smaller breakdown right there. Extend this over a little bit more. You had a smaller breakdown right there. You could try to buy some of those smaller breakdowns if you want to. This next breakdown, if it does occur, might take you back down here to maybe 45.32. That might be a good opportunity there. If you're looking to go long, you could try to buy the breakout here, although I would say maybe a healthier thing to do if you're expecting Bitcoin to break out as well, like having a big week too. You might dollar cost average into this trade, have a stop loss right down here towards 45.88, and then kind of watch as it kind of consolidates here a little bit. Probably get rejected by this one more time, comes back down, and then breaks out here both above the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart and this level of resistance right there. I think that'd be fine. If you can try to get it around here, I think that'd be the best thing to do, but sometimes that can be very hard. Because I think we talked about this with another token out there. I don't know if it was Matic or something. I forget what it was. Yeah, this is a 4-hour chart. Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was something like this. Well, basically we were talking about how, it's at a higher price right now. Let's see if you can buy it a little bit lower, then wait for it to kind of peak back up here. Now, when I kind of give you guys this advice, whether it's Matic or I don't even know any of the other tokens we talk about, I'm never expecting some type of crazy pop like that. Basically for it to just hit that level of resistance. You can see how it hit that level of resistance. It broke above the 200 on the 4-hour chart. You're usually just going to be selling there. It may go higher in the next few weeks or next few days, but that's not the point. You made the trade, you bought down here, you sold up here, you're richer. Then you just keep on doing that basically. Same with Dogecoin over the last few hours. Remember, this is from Wednesday as well. We talked about, hey, it's at the support level. If you want to be buying Dogecoin, now's the time. Now, in hindsight, it looks good. You're up a little bit here, not a lot, up a little bit. But at the time, it was like, oh, geez, Dogecoin looks like it wants to break down right here. So you're going to have to, and got to have some cojones, so to speak, for it. Because it can get pretty annoying. Oh, I was supposed to get something today and I forgot to get it. Oh, okay. I was supposed to go to my pharmacy and pick up some anxiety medication. I knew I was forgetting something today. I'll go pick it up tomorrow, I think. Totally forgot about that. When does that place close? Sorry guys, just give me a second here. I just want to see if it does, what time it does close here. Let me do this right here. There are some things I really just forget to get. Okay, there were no results here. I know there's an Albertsons here. I live here. Okay, there we go. Wait a second. Albertsons. Okay, I'll worry about it after the stream is over. But I totally forgot about that. See, there we go. Okay, move that back over here. And no worries, Justin. Happy to help you out. And Discount Killer, I was just talking about you a few seconds ago. Hey, Monica. Yeah, so, okay. So you can't actually earn Fairdesk token yet. I have asked about this a number of times because of the money I made off of BitGet and how it's been very, very lucrative, so to speak. You know, trading it from the 6-cent range up to the 50-cent range. When everything else was going down, of course. So when you come over here to earn, I need to keep on trying the earn account here. I took my money out of it because I wanted to move it over to copy trading or something. No, not copy trading. I think I just to move it back to the main account. I don't know. I'm always weirded out by leaving money in earn. But basically, if you come down here, it says this right here, like FDT 18% base APY. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. You know, 14 days. Okay, so basically, I've talked to their team and their managers about this constantly. They are waiting for better market conditions before they are release their token, which really irritates me because I believe that of putting your token out there, letting it crash as people sell it off in the beginning, people trade it and stuff, and then that gives people like me an opportunity to buy and dollar cost average and stuff like that. And so when it eventually does go big and, you know, has a really big move, I'm there to catch it. Because if we go back over here to BitGet, or not BGB, if we go over here to BitGet and we go over to trade spot, and we go over here to trade BGB. Okay. So this is the last day. It's kind of been at a pretty good level. Me and you, Monica, we bought this sucker way back over here. Oh geez, yeah, like way back over here. Was it? That's 6 cents. Yeah, way back over here before it did all this crazy cool stuff that it's doing now. This is when the tokens actually like did really solid while everything else was going to shit last year. Let me make this full screen very fast. Can I make this full screen very fast? Let's go. There we go. Okay. So I like the opportunity here to, let me get rid of the, let's minimize this. No, delete pane. There we go. I like the opportunity to buy it over here and nobody wants it. And then boom, you know, it goes larger and larger and larger and larger. I'm gonna keep hassling them for it, but it's not like I'm some like really large influencer like a BitBoy or who else is out there that's a large influencer. But basically, they're waiting for better market conditions. I will ask them again about it because I really do want to buy some of their token because it was supposed to be released, I believe, last year. But they were afraid that because the market and the inflation and everything was just going to shit, that their coin would have just dumpster fired. Because I think if we go over here to the bottom, they should have something called contract trading, VIP standard coins and assets. There is a section over here about their token. I forget. Wallet, earn. Those are settings. I think it's maybe just to be the front page. If I go down to the bottom, I'm zoomed in here, so give me a second here. Performance, reliability. No, where's that? There's a section here where they have their plan and everything. VIP standard coins and assets. Maybe coins and assets. Oh, I'm not going to be looking through all. Yeah, I'm not looking through all that. API, Help Center, Career Academy. Maybe Help Center? I don't know. How to deposit? No, I don't know. But yeah, basically they have this. Oh, maybe I can do this. Hold on. If I go down here to this. Oh, it's not. I can't subscribe. Yeah, because I have none. I can't buy any either. I don't know. Yeah, I can't find it. But there's a place where they have their roadmap, and I'm just drawing a blank on it. They were supposed to have it released, I think, like last year or something like that. I'll ask them again tonight, but literally I'm gonna get the same answer. We're just waiting for better market conditions, and I think right now they're working. They're getting their API all fixed up with coinmarketcap.com, so maybe it's getting closer to the end of that wait. But I know they've been talking with coinmarketcap.com, making sure everything's fine, because they want to have every new token that they have, they want to have it be freshly on coinmarketcap.com as well, so everybody knows that when they're looking for that token to where to buy it, they can buy it there. I think they're following the BitGet roadmap, and BitGet is a lot larger now than when we started trading it back in the day. So yeah, I would say that they're just waiting for the better market conditions. This is some pretty good market conditions so far though. But yeah, it'll take a little bit more time. Ask me on Monday and I'll double check. In fact, let me just do it for you here very fast. Let's go to trading. No, this Telegram. Let's find her. There you go. Any updates on your FDT token being released? My subs are asking about it. There we go. See what I get from there. And hey, Monster, what's a good broker bank to start building a portfolio for long-term retirement? I mean, it really all goes by preference. I would say, like, watch some YouTube videos on the topic. I don't really have any, but I'm old school, I guess, so I chose Vanguard. There's Schwab, which is very good. I mean, even Robinhood has retirement, I guess. I like Vanguard because it allows me to buy Vanguard ETFs without having to pay the fees for them, like, you know, the little small fees you have to do. You can go through a bank if you want to, but I just don't feel comfortable having everything done by one bank. Like my main bank is Chase. My savings account bank is Goldman Sachs. My investment bank is TD Ameritrade. Excuse me, I was just drawing a blank on it. TD Ameritrade's owned by Schwab now, which I was thinking of. You know, so you have tons of different things out there. I would stay away from apps like Acorns that kind of like take your spare change and stuff like that. I really haven't been able to turn a really good profit on those, and I think that's because you have, or Stash is the other one, because they charge you like $5-10 a month, which is a lot if you're just starting an account. And what I've noticed is, like, you do change rounds up and stuff like that, you have to put quite a bit of money in there to to actually like make the payments work, in my opinion. Which is why I think they wanted you to make bank accounts there, so you don't realize how little your investment account is growing, because you're giving all of your money to the app and the business. But I would stay away from them normally. I just haven't had good experiences with them, and I think that's because I don't swipe my card as much when I go out. Like, there are times I swipe my card like every 20-30 minutes because I'm out and having fun. There are other times, like this week, I plane tickets for Las Vegas, scooter for Las Vegas, car to Las Vegas, gas, Stewart's Meats, Instacart, cigars. Loki toy. I swiped my card 8 times this week. Last week, I think I swiped my card, used my card twice. The week before that, maybe once. The week before that, maybe 10 times. You have to kind of swipe your card a lot, and I've just never been one of those people, so I don't recommend those. If you use your card a lot, I guess fine, but I'd rather just say, hey, every 2 weeks, toss $500 into this retirement account. You know what I mean? I like that a lot more. And then I also like the fact that you can decide what to do with your dividends and things like that. I also like how you can talk with an advisor that kind of guides you through the process of signing up and everything like that. I don't use an advisor to manage my account, but you know, TD Ameritrade customer service, Schwab customer service, Vanguard customer service, all top tier. Robinhood customer service, bleh. Acorn's customer service, Stash customer service. Sorry to make that noise so much, but you know, I'd find a reputable company, or I think that's how you say that word. I'd find a trustworthy company that's been around for a while. Those are the ones I usually like. Like I said, I choose Vanguard, but Vanguard looks very outdated if you go to their website. It's not supposed to look all glamorous because you're not necessarily day trading on it. You're just, you know, managing. It's a little bit of a different concept there. But Vanguard is my choice, but there's plenty of them out there. What I would do, I don't have a dad, but if you have a father or a family member, I might ask them their opinion on what they currently have. You don't have to ask them, like, say, hey, like, you know, if you like this, I'm gonna get it. You don't have to copy them, but you might just kind of ask around and say, hey, what do you use? I'm trying to find something out. I think that's a good way to start. I chose Vanguard because one of my best friends, his family worked for Vanguard. He's like, hey, we have great services. Let me know if you have any problems with it, any questions. I'd be happy to help you out. And then just help me make an account there. And it's very, very simple. You know, and Vanguard has lots of other money making opportunities. So if I wanted a CD, I could buy a CD. I don't know who freaking buys CDs, but you can get a CD, things like that. Is it too late to buy stocks like Meta, Nvidia, and AMD? Not necessarily, but you definitely would want to see a pullback before you get into them. For me, I'm not really buying them in terms of long-term holds. For at least a quarter, at least, they're just too hot right now. Everybody's buying into this AI craze, which I can completely understand, but you know, once everybody gets that infrastructure back up, their sales are going to go down quite a bit. And even within some of these earnings, the retail side, the human side, they've been going down, but the businesses have been investing into AI, so they're getting everything they need, and that's why the earnings were so good. So I don't really see it being something so crazy a year from now, the infrastructure part of it. But you know, it's something you want to own for a long period of time. And if you want to start dollar cost averaging into it right now, you can. But I'd rather just have a chunk of cash waiting for a huge monster drop one day, 1 week, whatever, whenever it happens, and be there to snap up as much as I can, even if it goes down more. And then I'd be happy. I think the example I shared with you guys the other day was Amazon, buying Amazon at $95. It went down a little bit more, but in hindsight, it was like a decent trade. I won't say it was some type of really great trade, but you had to buy when everybody else was freaking out, of course. Of course, right? Daily chart right here. So, there we go. So Amazon, I bought Amazon at $95 kind of right after they had a bad earnings report. So right around here, I tried to buy some up. I bought some. But, you know, I dollar cost averaged for a bit. But you can see it went all the way down here to $85, and it went all the way down here to 81, and I was like, ugh. So yeah, I ended up buying some more here because it was, you know, I averaged down in my position. But now you can see, like, you know, $95, $85 basically. Now it's up to 120. In hindsight, those are both good plays, but while I was doing it, it's like, ugh. But you can see how much it had fallen down, right? Like, if you go back over here very fast, let's go to the weekly chart. You see how much they fell down? That justified me buying up larger amounts. I didn't buy over here because there was no reason to. I wanted to come all the way back down here because I was more bearish and inflation, everything getting more expensive. But you look at something like Nvidia, look at that, all-time highs. I will never buy something at all-time highs. I will sell it at all-time highs, and that's what I did. I've been very transparent with my Nvidia. I sold all of it yesterday besides 5% that I had, 5% left. I'm out of it. It may go higher. In fact, it did go higher from where it was yesterday. I honestly just don't feel a need to do it. My retirement account, I've had Nvidia for a while. I've been adding to it for a long time. But, you know, the trade account, I bought it back over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. You know, head and shoulders over here. They're not. If I just take not even the deep buys I put over here, but just over here, it's up 150%, 145%. I mean, it's going to be hard to chase that sucker, and stuff like AMD is having some sympathy plays along with it. So you see AMD right here, that whoop, you bought some here, you bought some here, you bought some here, all looking great. But, you know, of course, you know, how much more do you want to hold? I'm more encouraged to hold this than Nvidia at this point. If you go over here, they already had the earnings report, and you can see it wasn't that great. Yet AI to the rescue. And yeah, everybody's buying it up. And who cares? It's a trade. You bought the trade, you sell it, whatever. I think it's better to trade this stuff for maybe a week or 2 weeks if you want to go along with it. I don't really like to do that right now. So I'm a little bit more cautious, but you guys, some of you guys love it, so I'm not going to tell you not to do it, especially when you're seeing stuff like this. But, you know, it's really, it's risky to be buying at these high levels. Normally, you know, you see this consolidation. This consolidation period was about 48 days. That's 48 days where it's doing nothing and you have an opportunity to buy. Wait for those really boring times. You could buy here, 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 but by the time it breaks out, it's usually good. Again, you can buy here, here, here. It's consolidating, or from here to here at least, and it breaks out. Same thing over here. Consolidate on. This is a breakout different way. See how to, let's see. Consolidation over here before breaking out. I don't know. This one is not as nice. Consolidate right here, then break out. Stuff like that. But it's up to you. Long term, maybe you can dollar cost average into it. For me though, it's so expensive. I just could never justify it to myself to say, hey, I'm buying Nvidia for like $400. No, I can justify selling it. I just can't justify buying it. Let's see. Oh, and hey, Skull Guy. Oh, it's been down. Let me go over here very fast and change it up. Let me do this very fast. I might have to restart the Dogecoin stream sometime this week. I haven't taken it offline for a while, and I think that's probably what one of the problems is. Basically, there's not many servers that let me actually like put stuff on there. Normally it's music where you can only have a picture in the background or an animation, because they're all meant for the lo-fi channels. But when it comes to this type of stuff, you guys may hear multiple musics here, so I'm just going to turn off the volume for it very fast. Let's see, is it stuck? What's stuck on it? I see the numbers counting down. I wonder if me just opening it up made it not stuck here. Let's see. 1432. Seems stuck here. 1432. I think me just opening it up. See, it's weird like that. Just me opening it up, I think actually fixed it. Now it's 413, 412. You know, I'm probably gonna have to reset it a little bit, because basically when I go in here, like, the music's not even running, I don't think. See, it kind of like does this weird freezing thing. But this is the best service I could find for this type of stuff, because I've been using them forever. You see how I'm clicking this button right here to go to this page, and see how it's not working? The server itself lowers my speed so much, it's just to do the bare minimum to save them some money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete Pretzel off of here very fast, close the window, put it back on here. Make sure it's YouTube safe. Go to stations. Go to Epic. It's playing the music. Go down here. And that should work. Ethereum Classic stuck at 18, but I don't know if it's actually at $18 right now. So let me refresh this just very fast. It is 18. Oh, shucks. Did that work out? Okay, let's go back over here. Let's move this over here. Ethereum Classic. Look how that works out right there. Okay, that down. That's down. Okay, should be good. But yeah, it's very, very weird. I don't understand it. It can be just freaking annoying, but it seems like just opening it up does the trick. I might have to reset it though sometime this week. So turn it off. You know what I may do is I may have it turned off all Sunday. All Sunday, and then have it refreshed and ready to go Monday, because sometimes Google needs to be updated, stuff needs to be updated, and I might try to do that, and I might reset the server, and maybe that'll be the best way to go. I think people can survive 24 hours without Dogecoin. It might not even 24, it might just be 12 hours, but enough time for me to re-update everything. I think that may have a good chance of working out. But thanks for letting me know, Skull Guy. Definitely what I was thinking. LOL, thanks, bro. Yeah, no worries, my man. Definitely, take it easy, but it's gonna. It looks like it'll work out. Uh, okay, there you go. I use M1 Finance and I put $100 a week into it. It consists of stock and ETFs of which pay dividends. That's great. Exactly. You're thinking, it's a lot more of a different mindset than just day trading. You got to just hold and look at it and hold and check on it. Hold, check, and that's about it. Broadcom and ASMI went crazy today. I'm debating getting back into SOXX chips bear ETF. See, it's just so hard to be bearish when there's a bubble like this. You don't know how much it's going to be going up. My fear here is why I haven't looked at any shorts just yet on a lot of stuff, is because this debt ceiling stuff. Now, we just heard the news a while ago that State Farm no longer accepting new California applications for insurance. Oh. I wonder if that's because of the crime. That'd be crazy. I hope not. Let's see. There's no update here. Do they have it? No. Jesus. Does nobody talk about this? Okay, let me just type in Yellen. Here you go. This is CNN. Okay. Oh, okay, we don't want to put that. Congress must address debt ceiling by June 5th. It's not June 1st anymore. So that should be good news for the stock market maybe on Monday to keep everything going up, and that's what really concerns me. And you can see based on I think this is from this is a letter that she wrote. Based on the most recent available data, we now estimate that Treasury will have insufficient resources to satisfy the government's obligations if Congress has not raised or suspended the debt limit by June 5th, she wrote in a letter. Now, maybe I can read this letter. Okay. Department of Treasury, Washington, D.C., the Honorable Kevin McCarthy, Speaker, U.S. House of Representatives, Washington, D.C., 2015, 5, excuse me. So, I'll read this because it's fine. Dear Mr. Speaker, I am writing to follow up on my previous letters regarding the debt limit and to provide additional information regarding the Treasury Department's ability to continue to finance the operations of the federal government. Since January, I have highlighted to you the risk that Treasury would be unable to satisfy all our obligations by early June if Congress did not raise or suspend the debt limit before that time. In my letters, I also noted that I would continue to update Congress as more information became available. Based on the most recent available data, we now estimate that Treasury will have insufficient resources to satisfy the government's obligations, if Congress has not raised or suspended the debt limit by June 5th. We will make more than $130 billion of scheduled payments in the first 2 days of June, including payments to veterans and Social Security and Medicare recipients. These payments will leave Treasury with an extremely low level of resources. During the week of June 5th, Treasury was scheduled to make an estimated $92 billion of payments and transfers, including a regularly scheduled quarterly adjustment that would result in an investment in the Social Security and Medicare trust funds of roughly $36 billion. Therefore, our projected resources would be inadequate to satisfy all of these obligations. Yesterday, we used an additional extraordinary measure that Treasury has employed in a number of past debt limit episodes, a swap of approximately $2 billion of Treasury securities between the Civil Service Retirement and Disability Fund and the Federal Financing Bank. While this measure has not been used since 2015 due to its limited size, the extremely low level of remaining resources demands that I exhaust all available extraordinary measures to avoid being unable to meet all of the government's commitments. We have learned from the past debt limits that debt limit impasse is that waiting until the last minute to suspend or increase the debt limit can cause serious harm to businesses and consumer confidence, raise short-term borrowing costs for taxpayers, and negatively impact the credit rating of the United States of America. In fact, we have already seen Treasury borrowing costs increase substantially for securities, maturing in early June. If Congress fails to increase the debt limit, it would cause severe hardship to American families, harm our global leadership position, and raise questions about our ability to defend our nation's national security interest. I continue to urge Congress to protect the full faith and credit of the United States by acting as soon as possible. Sincerely, Janet Yellen. Identical letter sent to the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries, House Democratic Leader, the Honorable Charles E. Schumer, Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, Jason Smith, Richard E. Neal, Ron Wyden, and Mike Crapo. So yeah, so that's the letter right there. Of course, she kind of made it seem like it's like Republicans holding everything hostage. She is a Democrat after all. But what do you call it? Pretty good letter. Kind of informs what's going on. But really, the only thing that I take from this that I care about, Congress has not raised or suspended the debt limit by June 5th. June 5th is now the number. And it looks like after that, we're out of money. So if we're out of money, who knows what we're going to be able to do. And just so you guys have an idea of what's going on here, this is a chart. Here's a line. June 5th is right there. Okay? Right there. Or you can think of it, if I can find my calendar over here. You guys can see that on the bottom right hand corner. No, you guys can not. Maybe you guys can. You guys can't see that. Okay, you guys can see that. It's going to be small. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10 days until the debt ceiling is breached or whatever you want to call it, or, you know, we default. That's a long time. Really, though, what we don't want to see happen is we want to have a deal done by next week, and we need it to be done maybe by Monday or Tuesday. Hopefully this weekend the deal is struck. If it's Wednesday next week and there's no deal, that is kind of a reason to panic just a tad, because remember, they have to once they get the law, they have to write the law. Then they have to have 3 days to look over the law so everybody can understand what they're voting on, because usually we tend to vote on stuff we haven't read. Wowdy. And then after that, it goes to the Senate. If everybody likes it in the Senate, it goes to the president. But if everybody doesn't like it in the Senate, it'll get changed up a little bit. Then it'll get turned back to the House. Then it'll go back to the president. Whole bunch of nonsense, of course, but it is a reason to be concerned, at least for now. Lower quality speeds like 720 sometimes help what you're running. Those ones I think are 1080. I can't do 720 only because it's not a 720 built computer. I'm not allowed to change the settings in it. It's like right now I have a $3,000 computer, probably worth only $2,000 now, because you know it's like technology from a few years ago or 2 years ago. It's like me having the ability to go full ham on any game, but I'm purposely putting limits onto this computer to make sure it doesn't use as much energy or network speed. And that by doing that, it'll do the most basic things, but sometimes it gets so low that it glitches out because Google can't use as much as it needs. So it, like, if I were to go on that server and if I were to use it for like a good half an hour straight, the speeds would naturally increase because it detects activity. And therefore, it would allow me to move stuff around a lot easier. There would be no glitches and everything. Everything would work perfectly fine. But the longer I leave it inactive, the speed starts slowing down and down and down. Like, I could find another service for it, but when I look at these services here, like 24/7 streaming servers for YouTube. Okay, so create your own 24/7 live streaming with Ant Media server on this. Maybe let's try this one out. A wide variety of content works well with the 25 live stream setups as news, sports, entertainment, music. Is this it? I can't. Wait, what? I think this isn't used. This isn't renting a server. This is just owning another server. Give you. Oh, meant to do streaming YouTube. Okay, so streaming hosting providers. I'm not seeing anything here. Oh, Decast. I don't even know who these are. Oh, let me go to another one. Oh, this is like Decast is the thing. Okay. Pricing. Live streaming, unlimited concurrent viewers. I don't know. I might have to try this one though. I might work. The last one I tried, it didn't allow me to put video or use the internet at all. All it did was allow me to do music and a picture. So I'm a bit hesitant to switch over. Linode. Yeah, see, access the server. I don't want to do all that crap. Yeah, I'll figure it out eventually. But there's just not many of them. A lot of them got a lot of steam during COVID, and a lot of them died after everybody that wanted to create a lo-fi station gave up. So they lost all their money because it cost a lot of money to keep those servers up and running. And hey, Marcus, how did the trade go from last night that you 50x you put on by accident? The 50x was an accident, not the long was an accident. So it ended up working out pretty well. I ended up not using my target price of 26,900. I moved it down to 26,800 because I was more preoccupied. I woke up really early to do some day trades on copy trading, and so I was just not my priority. So I changed it down a little bit just to make sure it actually hit. And let me just go over here. Let me drag this over here while you guys look at this. I want to be able to actually find out exactly where that was. Can I find it here? Here it is. Can you guys see that? Let's go up a little bit. Let's zoom in so I can see how much you guys could see. Okay. So it ended up working out. Oh, my head's blocking it. You can see 50x long amount 0.942. That's a Bitcoin. Opening price 26,524. Close price 26,815. There was a big spike when it broke above 800, so it closed at 815, even though the target price was 800, which is always nice that it can kind of do that. The fees involved here were $18. Okay, plus a funding fee of $2.49. My overall profit was $273. Without the taking off the fees, it was a profit of $253.06, a little over 6 cents, I guess, with a return on investment of 50%, which is pretty good. Normally, if I'm trading with 50x leverage, it's much smaller. Can I do this? Okay, yeah. Cross 50 right here, long, $129, 18%, 47%, 4%. You know, as long as it's green, who cares? But yeah, it worked out very well. I was happy about it. Next time, not as much high leverage, because I did a high leverage with, I think it was like $600 with 50x leverage. So I knew I was going to either lose $800 or I was going to walk away with like a few $100. Now I could have walked away with a little bit more money because it did, in fact, if I go to the 15-minute chart, it did, in fact, earlier this morning go all the way up here to 26,933. But of course, I sold it down here at 815. Now, in hindsight, I'm still pretty happy I sold it there. But of course, if I were to just stuck to my guns and like, you know, when I'm teaching you guys, I'm much more articulate of like what's actually happening in my thought process. I was like, no, 26,900 seems like a really decent level to go to. It would have hit, but if I had 27,000, it wouldn't have hit. It would come all the way back down, of course. So, you know, hindsight, like, how have I described it in the past? You buy here, you sell here. Of course, it went up a little bit higher, but now you don't have to worry about it. In fact, during that time, I think I was doing copy trading, so that's why I wasn't paying attention. If I go back over to Fairdesk here, copy trade, my copy trades. That was Ethereum. Here's Bitcoin. Okay. 7:31 in the morning. That's no. 5:39 in the morning. So 5:39. Doopity doopity doo. 539. Let's go over here to a 5-minute chart so I can get a little easier here. Okay, 539. Doot, doot, doot. I bought it right around here. And then I sold 731. 731 is doot, doot, doot. Right around here. And then I don't think I did any more trades off of that. That was the last one. Yeah, a little bit there. Yeah, a little bit there. A little bit there. Anything else? No, that's 520. That's 524. That's a couple days ago. But yeah, I had to really focus to do that trade, so I just put everything else. I stuck with the autopilot for the other trade because that was more of me saying, hey, let's see what happens. Live trading. I do it every now and again, not every day, but I like to do it when I see a setup that I think is going to be good. Only thing was, of course, when we were looking at this yesterday, remember, when I was streaming with you guys, let's go back to the hourly chart. I stream around 6 to 7 or something like that. Yeah. So if I go back over here to the replay, that's kind of what we were looking at the time. It wasn't nearly as pretty. It was like, we're about to break back down here, which would have been a little bit of a freak out moment. And I think the majority of the stream yesterday, I was down on the trade. I was down like $120, $100 left and right. But yeah, it worked out fine. I was very happy with it. Maybe it was an educational lesson for people out there. I was happy that we managed to break above the 20 moving average here. Oh, wait, no. Is this right? What moving average did we break out above chart? I may be missing something here. Was it the 1 hour? No, what was it? Not the 15. What moving average did we break above? I'm hoping that later on next week we can break above the 20. That's probably the next time I'll try to go long here to get a nice big boost and probably sell around 27,500 or something if I'm lucky. Okay, let's go back over there. Oh, I got to get out of the I got to get out of the replay bar thing. But yeah, it was a good trade. It was a very good trade. Copy trading was good. Bloopity, 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 blue. Was that bloopity? Copy trade. Traders, 7-day profit. There I am. Yeah. So over the last 7 days, the people that followed me made $19.57. So $1,957.49. Doing pretty good. Follower wise, I think everybody's made money that has money invested. I think there are a few people that don't have money invested, but they're following me. I'm probably gonna remove these people. Like, in fact, remove. They've been following me for 14 days. This person's only been following me for 1 day, so I'll see if they put money in their account. 1 day here, I'll leave it there. But I guess can I sub it here? This person's been following me for 1 day. They made $6. Not a lot, but I mean that's $6 more they didn't have before, because the way copy trading works here is you can do the exact trade I do, and I am doing 10x trades at $100. This is just small in-out type of trade, so it's not as high risk for those of you guys that don't like high risk. However, if you want more risk, you can choose the leverage you follow me at. You can choose how much money you guys invest with me at. So if I'm doing 100 at 10x, you can just say, hey, when Michael buys, I buy. When Michael sells, I sell. And when that happens, basically, if you have a 25x leverage at $500, if I'm doing $100 at 10x, you are doing your own trade, just copying my entry and exit positions. So you're doing a $500 position at 25x leverage. So if I was to show you guys something like this, I think this kind of explains a little bit better. I'm saying I'm a lot. I apologize. I'm just a little tired after driving all day. Of course. Oh, I didn't type that right. Of course I didn't. Oh, there you go. Stock gain calculator. Good calculators. crypto leverage calculator. Maybe this is it. I should, if this works, I should. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. Okay, so if I have a 10x play and I have $100 in it, and I buy at 25,000 and I sell at 25,500. Okay. Initial margin. Oh, quantity. Oh, let's just do 0.036, something realistic. 0.036. Okay. So it was an $18 profit, 20% return. Okay. Now, oh, we have to go by quantity here. Okay. So let's say this person, instead of using $100, they're doing 1.5. Okay. But remember, $18 profit. That's it. Get the point. 1.5. And instead of 10, they're doing 25x leverage. Now, all of a sudden, instead of making 18 bucks, they just made 750. But it's the same trade that I made. They bought at the same time, they sold at the same time, but the amount of money they invested in was vastly different than the money I invested in, which is why when you go over here and you see the followers, this person, these two people have been following me since the very beginning, 66 days. One person has $300 of profit, the other person has $1,200, because probably one person has put more money for the trading, or they've used more leverage. I don't know exactly which one it is, but you know, that's the way people kind of go about it. I will say that I am perfectly fine if you guys give me large amounts of money with high leverage, but also if you guys are giving me small amounts of money with low leverage. It doesn't matter to me. There are people that do care about that. They'll boot you for it. But as long as you guys actually have money in the account, I don't care. Like this person, I'll give them 7 days, and if they don't put any money into the account to follow me, I'll remove them. But you know, if this person's only made like what, 15 bucks in 6 days, 5 bucks in 12 days, I don't care. You know, it's nice. I like copy trading. I wasn't as fan of it at the beginning, I tell you that, but I've been promising you I was going to do it for a while. But yeah, the trade went very well. Copy trade's been very well. I've been very happy with it. She will have to use the reserve funds. Oh boy, it could get pretty nasty from there. ASML, they make the machine that creates the chips. The number one producer, Taiwanese semiconductor company, is up, but the company that makes all the wafers for the chip hasn't jumped. I don't know about this stock here, so let me check it for you very fast. Is it stock or crypto? Okay. Chemical, over the counter. Oh, probably because it's over the counter, to be honest. So, oh hey DGen. It is weird that they put the emails. I wish they could all use usernames or something like that. I think they'll probably do that in the future. So I don't know. I mean, you can see it's been going up constantly since 2016. It's been having a pretty nice boom. This might be a hidden gem here. Now, as I'm looking at this, it's over the counter, which means it's a little bit more difficult to acquire, and I'm guessing that's really the only reason here. But if I go over here and I Google it up, I guess go over here. Any big news on the subject here? Oh, I guess I'm really zoomed in, aren't I? There we go. Short volatility alert, that was back in April. They've probably been burned by now. Here's why growth investors should buy Shinu Itsu Chemical right now. This is back June 6th. They have good earnings growth. They seem to be growing. Yeah. It seems like something you might even want to hold for a little bit more of a longer term play here, honestly. Eventually, it may get put on exchange. I don't know why it's over the counter. I think if it just gets out of over the counter markets, it'll actually do a lot better. I don't know what's holding it back, but I mean, you know, 2009 it was at $4. Now it's at 15. It's had a pretty good growth story so far. I think it'd be something you'd want to hold on to. And hey, GT, happy to see you back, my man. And then Marcus, I'll give you a follow there, Mike. What exchange is that? I'll have to sign up. I'm using Bybit at the moment. Would you say Bybit is safe? Yeah. One of my friends, Tom Crown, he's another crypto guy. I know you guys know him. He promotes them quite a bit. He likes them. Um, I have a link down below in my description. I think it just says follow my copy trades. If you want to see, if you want to test it out for a while, $50, $20, $100, whatever. Watch one of my tutorials on how to set up copy trading, as it can get kind of confusing. Because you could do your own custom leverages and how much money you trade, or you can just copy mine. If you want to just copy mine, you'll be doing 10x plays with $100 invested. Other people have been doing 25x with $500, like I just said, 25x with $50, excuse me. It's all how you want to trade. But I do want to let you know there are times when I buy, and then I buy again, then I buy again, then I buy again, and the price keeps on going down, and then I'm averaging down into the trade. But then fast forward, 24 hours, all of a sudden we're booming upwards, and then I sell the positions. If your leverage is too high, you may get liquidated there. Now, that hasn't happened because I've been pretty decent about trying to find some of these support levels here. But if you have a higher leverage, all of the leverage trades that you make are going to be isolated. So it's not going to infect the rest of your copy trade account, like with a not with an isolated, but with the other one. I don't know why I'm drawing a brain fart on it. Cross. Instead of a cross one right there, you are looking at just isolated, okay? Just so you know, isolated margin mode, the margin assigned to a position is restricted to a certain amount. If the margin falls below the maintenance margin level, the position is liquidated. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's what you want. That means if you place a $500 trade and it gets liquidated, you lose $500. But if you have cross, all available balance of the account will be used to meet maintenance margin requirements to prevent liquidation. All corresponding available balances can be lost in the event of liquidation. So if you are in cross and you get liquidated, your entire account goes poof, poof, and it's quite dramatic and scary. So I'd recommend staying on isolated if possible. If you know what you're doing and you feel you understand the risk, you can go to cross. I see people do this when they have multiple trades. I don't think cross is really the best for fair desk, though. I would say fair desk is something you'd want to do more if you want to long a certain way or short a certain way, and you're not going to go back and forth too much. How do I say this? Like on BitGet, you can open up a long Bitcoin and a short Bitcoin at the same time. On Fairdesk, you can only long Bitcoin and you can't short and long Bitcoin at the same time. I think that's a better way to say it. So you can't hedge yourself like you can on BitGet. But it all depends. Like this week trading on Fairdesk, I think I made about $2,000 just with these guys here. On BitGet, I made a little bit, but BitGet I don't trade too much because they're not really in America anymore. Did some options. Yeah, it kind of all depends on how you want to do it. And I guess I did copy trading, but I see my how do I do this? Follow profit. Oh, traders. Since I started trading, my profit has only been about, I think, $500, $400. How do I do this? Copy trading. Yeah, $578. So I've turned $5,000 into $5,078. How much is that? How much actually is that? 5,000. And I've been trading for like 2 months or so. So, actually, I can figure out how long I've been trading for. 67 days. Okay, let's get out of this very fast. Oh, wait, that's not what I want to do. I think I said $570 something. That's fine. 570. Oh, no, 5,570. I've grown my little portfolio by 11%. That's pretty good if you ask me. For like nice conservative trades where you're not going crazy with the leverage and using hundreds of dollars per trade. I think that's kind of what you could expect if you're having a small account. So 11% for 2 months basically. What's the average portfolio gain? Yeah, the stock market has returned an average of 10% per year over year. I'll give you guys some sass with a snap. Um, but hedge funds I think make more than that. But I mean, again, that's for little over 2 months, 11% growth. That's pretty solid for a conservative trader like me. I know people can probably make their account scale a bit larger, but I think I can make my point of like the nice conservative trader. Uh, what's right here very fast? Let's get rid of this. This, no Fox Business, no more CNBC. There we go. Okay. In Japan, company, they have a monopoly on 10 global products, all the plumbing, PVC, material ships. Then why are they over the counter? I would say it looks like a strong buy. It hasn't hit my radar because it doesn't show up on my scanners because it is over the counter. I'll do some more research on it later on this weekend here. Actually, hold on. I need to actually remember to save this information. There we go. Yeah, it seems personally fine. Um, and hey, Mike, just ape it mentally because you know at the end of the day, sometimes people overlook meme tokens for the win. Oh, what do you call it? I don't know. People have their different meme tokens. Everybody has their favorite one. As long as you don't put too much money into it, you're fine. It's always the key to making money in these is always to put small amounts of money into it, and then it turns into a lot of money. People that lose are usually the people that put lots of money into something and then it turns into nothing. Because by the time you do that, it's just not worth it. Let's see. It's right here. Mike, your profile pic on Fairdesk, and I've seen it on your channel sometimes. Where is it from? Um. Oh, wait. I'll have to look it up then, because I just saw the website right there. Oh, the picture. I created it using Midjourney. There you go. Yeah, I created it. I created it using Midjourney a while ago. I think it's called Kings or something like that. So this is the community feed. This is my feed. It's way back when I first started it. Below the monkeys, below the handsome investor at computers. How do I? Can I not go down more? How do I go down to my other ones? Oh, I guess I got to search. Um, Bitcoin. Like this stuff right here, all these lights. It's all the stuff you see right there. Oh no. I dragged it down so much that it's like right below. So that means I gotta like, can I taskbar settings? Can I unlock this? Touch keyboard, task view on, widgets off. Can I drag this? Oh, geez. Give me a second here. Task manager? No. Jeez. Okay. There's a way to do this. There's a way to do this. I can drag this out maybe? No, from here? No. There has to be a way to drag the taskbar back here. Touch keyboard, virtual, other tray icons, taskbar behaviors. Taskbar alignment center? Oh, no. Okay. Well, that is embarrassing. Hide. No, okay. Wow. Icons, taskbar behaviors. I've never done that before. It's like right on the bottom somewhere, and it's not like it's not like it's closed. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just delete everything and I'll just open up Midjourney here. But yeah, I've never done that before. That's interesting. Okay, let's go back over here to Bitcoin. And yeah, you can't see on the bottom right here, but it's can I open this one up? Maybe you can see different variations of it right here. The bottom right hand corner though, it's why won't it let me do the 3-prong? Maybe they're so old. Yeah, that's it. I was using Midjourney when it first came out. But Emperor of Bitcoin Light Hyper Detailed 8K. This one over here is full body Emperor of Bitcoin Light Hyper Detailed. Full body Emperor. Why is it saying select multiple ones? Clear. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's why. Okay, open and new tab. There you go. This is supposed to be a colorful guy. But the picture you're looking for, it's this one right here. Open and new tab. Yeah. So this is it. It looks very different from the ones you guys see because Google doesn't allow you to put like a very detailed one. But if you guys go in here a little bit, you know, you can see the eyes a little bit more, the beard, the kind of gold coming from him. A little bit of a, you know, a golden circle around his head and stuff like that. A little bit of a crown, I guess. He doesn't really have a head, which confused me, but I kind of digged it. I kind of liked it. But the actual prompt for this was open in Discord. So it might be able to find the exact post it gave me back in the day here. Yeah, all it was Emperor of Bitcoin Light Hyper Detailed 8K. And then it had the size ratio of 16:9. And you can see some of the other ones here. There's the one right here. This guy looks a lot more creepy, of course. But I think I did a few. I don't know if there's any more here that I did. Here's a few that I did. I think I ended up going with this bottom left one, but I think I kind of like that top right one now in hindsight. Yeah, see here's some other ones. You got to test out a lot of stuff here. Look at this. Actually, I do like this one. Why didn't I do this one? Let me get upscaled by that one, upscaled by that one. You guys won't see that anytime soon. But you guys can see this one, a Bitcoin Emperor, whatever, Pilgrimage. I don't even know what it was. Standing Black Emperor of Bitcoin Light Hyper Detailed 8K. This is before I knew how to use how to talk to the algorithm on this thing. It's a lot different now. Now if you go back to Midjourney and you go towards some of the newer stuff that I have, like Explore, Home. You know, Baby Yoda smiling, enjoying New Year's outside by the Space Needle. These are supposed to be angelic ones. I was trying to figure out how to do angelic ones. I was like, angelic Santa Claus. This was an angelic Joe Biden, angelic Elon Musk, but it kept on making Elon Musk look very homosexual, so it was really weird. His, I don't know which one it was. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it looked very freaking weird, but I think that's just how angels look, perhaps. I don't know much about angels. Then I got lost in this little phase of tech stuff. So if you go over here, open in new tab. Oh, let's back this up a little bit. I like this stuff a lot. It kind of like doesn't know how to do it properly, so you can kind of see the neon lights, but you can kind of see like a head here and a dragon's head there. It's a little warped. This one right here behind me is a Zen garden, like a little electric Zen garden, which I kind of like. I think if I even go to my Google account, here's one which is a samurai. I did this one through Midjourney. So this is a samurai overlooking the village and, you know, in front of the mountain. This is something I did in Midjourney too. I like it a lot. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I enjoy it quite a bit. Yeah, here it is. Copy prompt. It was red interior ministry Japanese samurai staring at mountain outside in cherry blossoms, high detailed 8K Unreal Engine cinematic ultra high definition. And you look at stuff like this, open and new tab. You know, samurai probably looking in cherry blossoms. You do some really fun stuff with it. But basically that's where it came from. That AI art is definitely pretty fun to look at. Let's go over here. Oop, not even looking at that. And then, Mike, I don't know much about NFTs, but maybe I'll give a look to Quad Life. I have a few friends that are in the NFT space. One of them is I forget the guy's name. He's in Seattle. He's not too far away from me. Maybe 45 minutes. Jade Bergamon NFT. I just butchered his name. Here it is. Oh, Cade, not Jade. Cade. I haven't seen him in a minute. This guy does a lot of NFT stuff. He does podcast stuff though. The future of NFT trading, interviewing the founder of Bulls and Apes NFT. You know, a lot of NFT stuff. He's into the NFT creator community. He's pretty good. He had a vlog at NFT New York. I got invited to that, but I didn't really want to go. I don't like flying across country because it's too far away from my dog. I got anxiety when I'm not by him. He does a lot of stuff in NFTs. You know, he has some shorts. I guess his shorts don't really get too many views though. He hasn't figured out that one just yet. But he's a chill guy. He's in Seattle. I think he just moved to another part in Seattle, but he's a chill guy. And I can ask, yes, I can, Monica, about, or Dr. V, I can ask about FTD presale with like some type of hold, perhaps. So, I mean, whatever they have to do for it. But yeah, I can definitely ask for you. Do you have a time limit how long you can hold a trade with futures? I don't believe so. I've never had one before. Some exchanges may have it in the rules, but I haven't seen anything like that with Fairdesk. Only thing is don't let it get liquidated, and there might be some fees in the contract if you hold it for like more than a week or a month or something like that, but I haven't really heard anything about that, just because I bet there are though, but I haven't seen anything like that so far. And I like Cade, yeah, he's pretty chill. I met him originally at he's a big photographer guy. I met him originally at NFT Seattle. I think it was last year. He was having trouble with his YouTube channel and getting it monetized, so I was able to help him out with that. I talked to a few friends that I know at YouTube after my YouTube explosion when I got banned. And so I helped him get it monetized, and I think he's been enjoying it ever since. It's nice to do YouTube and actually get paid for it. It sucks when you're grinding away and you can't make money, even though you've met the requirements. But yeah, he's a chill guy. He's very out there, like extrovert. He can talk and mingle with everybody. I can't. He's a very outs guy. I think that's why he's so good at it. Well, that's why he's like, you know, good at his podcasts and stuff, right? He can talk and engage and enjoy stuff. I need to start doing some podcasts and some crossover stuff as well. But I just got to find some time for it, man. I'm always busy. Like I take pride in being able to do work, but also understand that I have enough money where I can just take a break, say screw YouTube, screw trading, and go outside with Loki for like a couple hours and chill out, get a drink, and have fun. I used to not be able to do that, so, or I guess it was before I had Loki. I used to not be able to just to chill because I would overwork myself. Now I'm just like, let's go have some fun. And then Marcus, yeah, YouTube doesn't like my channel all too much for some reason. It doesn't notify people a lot when I go live. It happens more and more and more. And I think it hurts a lot more when it comes to streamers like me because, you know, if there's 100 people watching, more people are likely to click. So when it doesn't notify people at the beginning and we only have a few people watching, it kind of stays steady as a few. What I need to do to get better at that is something I've known for a while, but I don't have a set time where I know I can stream, so it becomes a little bit more different. I try to go around 6 o'clock, you know, Monday through Friday, but I think I need to have the stream set up so everybody already knows that it's going to be live, and I'm not going to set up the stream like a half an hour beforehand like I did today. I need to have it set up like 12 hours in advance or something, so everybody has time to say, hey, oh, Michael's going to be streaming this time. I'll kind of set aside a little bit of time out of my day to watch him for a little bit of time of his day and, you know, see how it works out. But, you know, it's not too bad. But what do you call? Fair play, work hard, play. No, fair play, work hard, play hard. Definitely, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm taking my mother to Las Vegas. right? Well, I guess I'm not going to play too hard with my mom, but what do you call? She's not going to be drinking or anything like that. But it's like gambling, going out, having nice dinners and stuff like that. But you know, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about where you can kind of like splurge a little bit. I think this is the service I got. Presidential limousine. It should be $155 for the airport special. Airport special, I know. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. No, it's not this one. Never mind. It's not this one. This is something else I was looking at. So there's one that I'm getting, and I don't remember what it is because I technically haven't booked it yet. But there's one that's basically like this, where it's like $155 there and back. The only difference between this one and the other one is this one doesn't give you complimentary champagne. The other one does, and it's the exact same price. So this is for there and back, getting picked up in a nice car. But so now I'm splurging myself a little bit here. Splurging and spending some extra money here. But I forget which one it is. I should have saved it. Before I was streaming today, my computer went black and it had one of those problems where this, like my GPU crashed, so all the screens went down, but I could still hear the anime I was watching. That stuff happens every now and again. But for here, I don't know. It's Las Vegas Airport private transportation. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Bell Limousine. It's right there. Yeah, this is it. 150. Oh, yeah, 150 right here. Las Vegas SUV round trip special. I think this is what it is. I think this was it. Maybe. Uh, Round trip Las Vegas Airport SUV limo transportation includes. This isn't a limo. This is just a SUV. Transportation from airport to hotel and transport at the end of your stay from the hotel back to the airport. On arrival, your driver will meet you inside baggage claim with an iPad displaying your group leader's last name or group name. Prompt transportation from the airport to Super Liquor to pick up complimentary champagne and any additional supplies for your stay prior to reaching your hotel. Rate displayed is the SUV's limo hourly base for both airport transportations without taxes, fees, or gratuity, and fuel surcharge. Charges from the airport are on arrival begin with the flight arrival for 1 hour service. At the end of your stay, you'll receive a text 24-hour notice prior to transportation back to the Las Vegas airport, and yada, yada, yada. But it seems pretty cool. So yeah, this is the one I'm getting. I think my mom's going to like it. My mom doesn't really ever see me spend money out too much unless I'm usually taking her to a nice place to eat dinner. So she doesn't she doesn't go with me to Vegas like normally when I go out and I have fun. You guys have seen some of the nice suites I've gotten. Or she doesn't go out with me when I go boating and stuff like that. But that's usually friends, right? So younger crowd. But this is our first trip to Vegas. I'm gonna try to make it really good. We got a base 2-queen room in the Aria, and then I'm gonna try to get an upgrade once I'm there. But we're not really going to be spending much time in the room. We're going to this place, what's it called? Prime Steakhouse. So this place is inside the Bellagio. There's a photo right there of it. So you see the tables, but it's like right behind the fountain, so it looks kind of cool. So I'm taking her there, and then we're also going to some place called. It's in the Aria, so we don't have to like travel far. It's called Blossom. It's a Chinese restaurant in Las Vegas, Yelparoo, and see all the photos. It's duck, fish, noodles, Chinese food. I mean, like prawns looks like, whatever, is that Kung Pao chicken? I don't know. Good food, a lot of good food. So, well, now it's making me hungry. I haven't had dinner yet. But yeah, stuff like that. I don't think it's too expensive. By Vegas standard, it's not the most expensive, but it's probably going to run us a couple $100 at least, maybe a few $100 for dinner for 2 people. But when you go into a nicer place, you're treating your mother, this is kind of a decent thing. But I don't know if they have a menu here. I don't know. How do you guys find menus for stuff like this? I mean, I guess website. Should go to the MGM Resorts Aria. Okay. Oh, was that oxtail? I just saw something. Oh, oxtail. Whoa. I'm gonna have to try that. I never had oxtail like that before. But see, I bet since it's on the main page, oxtail is gonna be something like incredibly expensive. Okay. They got goose liver. Oh, this is appetizers. Goose liver for 39 bucks. Egg rolls for 16 bucks. Right. So it's a little bit more expensive. Inflation hit this place hard from what I saw. There was something called Peking duck for 128 bucks. I looked when I was just last year. This was from it went from 128 bucks. Last year it was only 98 bucks. So it's gone up a lot. Oh no, maybe it was 98 bucks, something like that. But what was that? Oh, they do have kung pao chicken here. Yeah. Oh, veal cheek. What the heck was? Wait, no, wasn't there veal cheek somewhere over here? Oh yeah, spicy wok fried scallion veal cheek. Oh wow. They got fried rice. What? 43 bucks for fried. Oh, that's lobster fried rice. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Um, I can't pronounce these words. They got chow mein though. That'd be kind of nice to have some chow mein. I know my mom wants some noodles. But yeah. So decent prices, I would say. Definitely towards the higher end. But if you guys have ever had some of the fancier steaks and stuff, they can be like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and I'm staying away from that. But my mom can get anything expensive she wants, I guess, from here, as long as it's not like over $100 for the actual plate itself. Because me and my mom share the philosophy that if you're going to spend a lot of money, you should leave the restaurant full. If better yet, with leftovers. And hey, Walter, she's doing good. She's visiting tonight. We're about to make some food. I got some Korean ribs for everybody to have. My sister is going to be staying here over the weekend because she's packing up to go to South Korea, so my mom's staying here too. She's doing good. I guess she went to a couple appointments today, which is good. I'm trying to think of what else she's been doing. She's basically just been upstairs today since she got here like around 3 o'clock. She's basically just been here watching videos on Las Vegas and what to do at the Aria, the Bellagio, and stuff. I told her she can go to the spa if she wants to at Aria, but she doesn't want to because she feel like it'd be a waste of time. But I don't know. I feel like Vegas is for relaxing, but I guess at the same time you want to be seeing stuff instead of just necessarily just sitting in a spa for half the day, getting your your face putting mud on your face, whatever they do at the spa these days. Yeah, but she's just been learning more about Vegas and what she wants to do. She's always wanted to go there, but now she gets the chance, and she knows she's going to be doing it in style. To be frank, my mother and grandparents and family, they don't necessarily know how much money I make while trading. They know I make decent money, but they don't really know how much I make. So when I told my mother, we were getting the car and everything, remember, my personal car is a 2013 Ford Fusion. I don't really buy flashy things. I think the flashiest things I own are my watch, which is $300, and my ring, which is $500, and my other ring, which is $300. Those are the flashiest things I have. These sunglasses are Burberry's. These cost $250 or $300, so I have some flashy things, but by no means are they this shirt probably costs $55, so it's that like medium kind of stuff. My shorts cost $65, but they're big boy shorts that are like have extra I don't know, they're very comfortable for fat people, let's just say that. But my mom was surprised that I'm getting the Escalade to pick us up and stuff like that, because normally I don't do that stuff for myself because I don't have to. I'm fine getting an Uber. But when I'm treating somebody, I can definitely go all out. My mom is usually only seen that when I take her out to nice places in Seattle. But again, it's a quick drive up to Seattle, maybe a couple $100, $300 max for 3 people to eat, with maybe some sake or something if I'm getting Japanese food. Yeah, nice and simple. She doesn't really see me spend my money too much. I think the last time I went to Japanese food, the bill came out to like $250 with like a $40 like a $40 tip or something like that. But I got, when we go out, we normally have a whole bunch of small plates. We try a whole bunch of cool stuff, and then we take whatever we don't eat home, and then I just give it to my mother, or if she doesn't want something, I just take it for me. And if none of us wants it because we didn't like it, we give it to Loki as long as he can tolerate it. But yeah, she's doing good. All right, but okay, everybody, I'm gonna call it a night. It was a good 2-hour stream with you guys. Watch out for Bitcoin trying to have another pop here over the next couple days. I will try to stream sometime tomorrow or Sunday at least. I will have a couple membership videos coming out this weekend because I've been slacking on that front here. But guys, enjoy your weekend. Go out and have some fun. It should be a good Memorial Day weekend. So if you guys live by a beach or some water, go out and enjoy the sunshine. If you guys don't live by the water, go camping and go hiking or something. Just get out of town. That's what I want to do. And AGT, it's your mom. You're supposed to do your best to spoil her. I know, but she's like that lady that doesn't want to be spoiled. So you got to always force the spoilification onto her, which is why I'm saying, oh no, we're gonna get steak, and you can get a. She's like, well, she says, oh, I'll get this food. It's only $30, and I was like, no, you get the steak. The steak's like $80-$90, but don't worry, get a steak. It's it's a trip. You got to have fun while you're in Vegas. So she'll like it a lot. But yeah, and then Marcus, I'll splash every now and again. It just takes some time. It takes me a while. And remember, I'm saving up to move to Ecuador. There's a good chance I'm going to take a private jet down there, and that's going to kill my finances for a whole freaking quarter. Don't even want to talk about it because I still haven't found a good way to get Loki down there, and I don't trust an airplane because technically, I asked my friend, he's considered a rare dog because he's a white German Shepherd. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys about all this later on. I got to go upstairs. I have Korean ribs thawing that I'm supposed to be cooking right now. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or Sunday. Thanks.